Hey, what's up? This is Ted from CheapHumidors.com. Today I will be smoking the La Gloria Cubana Serie N. It's pretty well made, no cracks, no blemishes. It's got this N right here in the middle, made from a lighter Habano leaf that they glued on after they rolled it. Just add their special touch to it. Pretty nice little wrapper there, the classic Gloria de Cubana woman smoking a cigarette or cigar there. And I've had another Serie, I believe it was the Serie D I had, and the Serie I or Serie L, I'm not sure, but this is the Serie N. It's a little bit darker wrapper. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to punch it. I prefer punch cut. So I always like to taste the tip, wet the tip a little bit. There's nothing very unique about the flavor of the tip when I lick it, so it tastes just like other dark Habanos. Punch it just like that. Got a nice deep punch cut on there. I'm going to take a dry inhale, see how it goes before I light it up. Tastes pretty good. I like to do this before I light it because you can really get a good sense of what the smoke is going to be like, the flavors in there. I'm tasting a little bit of cedar, some walnut, dry roasted walnut. That's how I would describe that. It's really pretty good. So I'm gonna go ahead and toast it. Get a nice even burn on it. Try not to actually make it flame, just kind of roast it and toast the foot of it. See what the first couple of flavor notes are. Again, I'm getting a lot of that walnut now, very roasty coming out of there. Nice wood flavor. Maybe a little bit of malty, chocolatey richness, some caramel, some notes of light caramel. But that walnut is really starting to pop. The draw is perfect. Perfect draw, not too tight, not too loose. We're in Tampa right now. We just went through a tropical storm, so it's very humid right now. Makes the cigar nice and soft. Keep my humidor at about 70 RH, 70%. Right now, I mean, I'm sweating. I haven't been outside for 5 minutes, and I'm breaking a sweat. The humidity right now is probably in the 90s, I would say, outside here. But very good flavor. I like it a lot. It's like that dark caramel walnut. It's really actually very good. So I'm gonna smoke a little bit of this, go for a walk. I'll check back in with you on the second third. So I haven't quite gotten through the first third yet. It's burning a little uneven. Could be due to the slight breeze I'm getting from that tropical storm left over. But I just wanted to talk a little bit about the Serie. This is the cigar comes from the Dominican Republic. It's a darker wrapper. It's an Oscuro with a little bit of that Habano end there. So it is a little bit of a fuller body, fuller strength cigar. So right now, I mean, the first third is going great, except for the little bit of uneven burn. I'm getting notes of coffee, and that walnut still kind of pops out at me too. So a little bit of cocoa, very sweet and spicy. It's hard to describe really. It's like a peppery sweetness. But yeah, great smoke, very smooth. The draw is perfect. I just wish it weren't so humid out here. So I'm getting to the last of the first third. You can see that long filler is pretty high quality. I got a long ash there. The smoke is very thick, very full. Still getting those notes of walnut, but the cocoa has really started to become a little bit more prominent in the flavor already. I can compare it to other Oscuros. The Gloria Cubana, the entire line of Gloria Cubana has a very distinct aroma that other people smell when they're around it. I've gotten complimented on it quite a number of times. The flavor is so distinct. It's like a sweet cocoa, a little bit of these peppery notes on the back of my tongue. But I feel like between the first and second third of the cigar is really its sweet spot. I usually never make it past the second third, but we're losing some light out here, and I'm trying to chief this thing down. I think I might be smoking a little too quick because I've gotten a little bit lightheaded. These Oscuros are very strong and full, so they do have that kick to them that the lighter Connecticut's and Habanos don't have. All around, pretty darn good smoke so far. Alright, so I was walking around the block smoking this thing down. Figured I should probably take my time with it because I was getting a little buzzed there. Like I said, the Oscuro is going to be a lot stronger than your regular Habanos and Connecticut's. So I'm about halfway through the N, the Habano N right there that they pasted on. About to smoke through that. Not too much difference in flavor. I'm getting a little bit of numbness on my mouth, on my tongue. That could just be from the massive amounts of inhaling smoke that I've been doing. So yeah, still notes of cocoa. The walnut has kind of subsided. It still is a very sweet Oscuro that I'm used to. But overall, smoke output is great. The burn, I know earlier it was burning uneven. Right now the burn has evened itself out. Draw is great. I'm just gonna take my time with it, and this is about the time when I put a cigar out and finish it later, but I'm gonna go ahead and burn through this one, see how it goes. It's extremely enjoyable. It's probably one of my favorite Oscuros now that I've smoked it all. Unfortunately, it is still kicking my butt in terms of strength, so decided to slow it down with some Cuban rum. I think it's only appropriate for La Gloria Cubana. And a little bit of Coca-Cola to wash it down. See how it pairs. As good as I thought. Then again, I mean, anything pairs well with rum and Coke. This is one of the better choices of Oscuros by far. I've had a number of Oscuros. This one has a lot of good flavor. It's got a lot of cocoa, a lot of coffee in the last third. That walnut is just still kind of back in the roof of my mouth, the back of my tongue. It's still kind of sweet for an Oscuro. The sweetness of the rum and coke matches it pretty well. Smoke is nice and thick. Burn is perfect. Once you get smoking pretty good, it just very smooth. Overall, great cigar. I highly recommend it. It's probably one of my favorite Oscuros. Now I don't smoke a lot of Oscuros, but now I know that this one is going to be at the top of my list. So I'm usually not one to finish a cigar all the way down to the nub, but this one's getting pretty close. So I'm just going to relax and enjoy the drizzling rain from the tropical storm here in Tampa, and sip on my rum and coke and finish out the La Gloria Cubana Serie end.